Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. This is gonna be our video. We're gonna do the Dokan event stage. I think right here, I'll just go ahead and grab the pity copies of Rose and Blue Goku, right? Just go ahead and get those taken care of right here. Remember, after doing my summons, I do gotta like clear my box out and stuff like that. Right here at the start of the video, we could talk about, like, you know, should you summon on these and stuff like that. I do usually like to begin, like these, like, Dokkan, like, stage videos with this. Should you summon? I mean, I would say yes. They did a great, wonderful job with these banners. They returned all of the 10th anniversary LRs. Now, obviously, the Part 2 banners would have, like, you know, Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Tech Vegeta and stuff like that. But they did a great, wonderful job with the banners. Do not be scared to summon. Now, remember, Part 2 seems like it's going to be GT themed. So, you know, Dokkan Fest, LR, Omega Shenron, probably like a, you know, Super Saiyan 4, Goku, Vegeta, Gogeta, something like that, Carnival. Means that the filler characters on the banners are probably going to be GT oriented, right? So keep that in mind. We probably will see Vegeta and Trunks and Fusion Zamasu EZA next week, I would imagine. We'll see how things are going to go. Yeah, so here's kind of all these characters. Champa's pretty good. I mean, Beast Gohan could still have some value. You know, I like this character. There's not really a great spot to use them. But, like, I feel like this character can still do some great stuff. But they just don't really have, like, they haven't been given the setup to do it, right? I think one issue, well, besides Blue Vegeta just being inactive, I will hate that forever, but, you know, whatever, get over it, right? But then also the leader skill, I think. Only two, like, categories is a little frustrating for this character for sure. But, like, summoning on this unit, I think is definitely a good idea. And then, of course, I mean, Goku Black. Right now, I'm not really too sure which character I think is better. I don't know. I think it might actually be close enough that it doesn't really truly matter. Like, I think that they're actually really on par with each other. But, I mean, I'll do a lot of content. We'll see. But, again, I think that these characters, to me, seem to really be on par with one another. You know, some of these other characters like Goku and Frieza, Vegeta, I mean, they can do things in content. So can Tech Broly, right? Like, there's some other good characters here. Gogeta. Remember, Fusion Zamasu? This guy is, I think it should be next week where we see, I think, Vegeta and Trunks, and this guy will probably EZA for our content next week is probably what's going to happen. But, we'll see. And then we got a couple of Zamasus back here. But yeah, I don't hesitate to summon. Don't think like, oh, but like, what about this? What about that? I mean, the only reason maybe you wouldn't want to go crazy is you're an Omega Shenron super fan, or you know, specifically you're looking to get Tech Vegito, or you're looking to get HL Super Saiyan 4 Goku, or you're looking to get Physical Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, right? All those characters, which we know will be on the Part 2 banners, right? So, all right, let's jump over to the actual new Dokkan event here. Oh, looks like I just saw the battlefield timer. Looks like there's going to be a battlefield specifically for Part 2, huh? Okay. Actually, I want to go back here and go all the way up. Okay, so I do want to mention this real quick here, and that is the missions, right? So remember, they always do have missions. Here, let me swap over. I'm loading a little slow right now for some reason. I might pause the recording. I will. Okay, hang on. All right, this right here, chat. So I was thinking I wanted to do, like, take care of all these missions, be ready to do it in this video, but, I mean, this is going to take a little bit more time. They added missions to every single Dokkan Fest stage, right? Like, it's every single one. So I'll do a video. We'll talk more in depth about this. I'll do a video collecting all the missions, stuff like that later on. So let's go all the way down here. So use a character of every type, beat it with no items. Deal 3 or more million damage, 7 or more million damage is all we got to do right there. Okay. So let's head back over. Let's go ahead and get this done. So obviously, pretty interesting, right? That they did that. That was, I assume, in the infinite boost is over already. I mean, the timing of the infinite boost was not very good for someone like me who had to spend 5 hours summoning, right? And then I had to clear my box out, and I, you know, didn't really get much time to use it. But hopefully a lot of you guys did get a lot of the infinite boost time up. All right, so just the Blue Goku and Vegeta and the Champa are what is going to awaken from these medals. There might not be, like the Part 2 characters are going to be GT themed, so I'm sure these medals might be used for awakening another character again down the line, but it's probably not going to be, you know, like anytime soon. Yeah, there we go. So just the medals for the Tag Goku and Vegeta as well as Champa. Probably will be a while before these medals might be used for another LR. So let's go ahead and jump in. Yeah, the infinite boosts is over. Unfortunately, your boy did kind of, I mean, miss out on a lot of it, but, you know, some of us were stuck summoning for 10 hours. I'm just going to go with this. I think, like, doing Dokkan event stages, using some variant of a team like this is exactly what you should be doing, right? So, like, you know, Earthbred Fighters led by Yamcha, the Heroes team, if you've got them, you know, with Limit Breaker Vegito, and the, you know, like the special blue form of Goku. What is it? The Universe Tree Blue Goku? That's what it is. Universe Tree Blue Goku. Like, because all these characters, they have the active skill, like, attacks, right? Which are going to be absolutely huge. So what is it? We have to do, it's 7.7 million is what we have to actually do here. I think it's probably just going to happen, like, casually. And I think just dropping the active skill for Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks is going to be enough for us, right? I don't, like, 7 million in a Dokkan event is going to come pretty easy, I would think. Like, any good character is going to do that, I think. So, like, yeah, there we go. That's 14 million. So my recommendation for, like, the missions is just, like, you know, get a 2025 team, do a character of every typing, and then just go ahead and you know, cook it up. All right, so we'll get this done. I'm not really too sure, by the way, like, in, like, what, like, way I'm gonna do the content today. Like, I want to get the 55% videos done. I mean, I've uploaded, you know, 30 videos in the last 2 days already or something like that. I'm hearing talk of how crazy that new fight is, so I have to jump into that. We're definitely going to get smoked in there, so I've got to do that fight, like, ASAP, right? Like, we got to see how that fight is going to look. It's the fight where we can get the special equips for the Goku and Vegeta and the Rose. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll just jump into that, like, you know, right afterwards or something like that. Like, right after this video. I guess I could. I mean, my box space, I did kind of empty out my box enough to where I was able to grab, you know, the 2 extra characters and then actually grind events. Because, you know, I do want to, you know, like, get other, it's hard to explain, but, like, you know, sort through all the SSRs I pulled, right? Like, I don't just, like, instantly bobba them all, because there's a lot of, you know, blah, 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 blah. I feel like you guys get what I'm saying. All right, so there's that. There is the Tag Blue Goku, Blue Vegeta Dokkan event. We know Omega Shenron will be the Part 2 Dokkan event. So, all right, I'll get to grinding up these medals. Rose and stuff like that, I, of course, already have their medals. I mean, you guys, this is a funny thing with me, is I already come into these celebrations more than ready. I mean, even before the infinite boosts, this is what my stock of Dokkan Fest medals looks like. Right, so your boy is, needless to say, very, very ready to go for all these celebrations, right? So, all right, guys, we'll end here. Feel free to summon. Do not be scared to summon away. And I will catch you guys next time.